5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is Taku. Today I'm going to be teaching you about speed. So as you can see with the cars, speed is basically trying to answer the question which car was the fastest amongst those cars. So it's easier to see which car is faster when we've got two cars that are driving past each other. So let's say we've got our Bugatti here and we've got a McLaren over here. So it's easier to see, let's say when they start from the beginning at the start, and then you can see the Bugatti like being ahead of the McLaren. That's easier to see like, oh, the Bugatti is actually faster. It reached the end quicker than the McLaren. However, there can be a scenario whereby you've got the Bugatti in a different country. Let's say the Bugatti was made in Australia and the McLaren is being made in America, and you want to know, well, which one is faster, and you want to know that answer today. So you have to be able to measure the speed of these two cars without having them even needing to drive along, like beside each other, basically. A good example for this would be, let's say you want to measure the speed of a cheetah and the speed of a leopard. These animals hate each other and they cannot come and stand next to each other like we people do on a racing track. So you can't have the leopard and the cheetah actually standing next to each other. So what you have to do is to be able to go in a cheetah park and then see a cheetah that is running and then measure its speed on its own, and then go in a leopard park and then see a leopard that is running and then measure a speed on its own. Or it's basically trying to measure a speed of an item when it is on its own. Yeah. So when we're talking about speed in this case, you'll see that there are only two things that are needed to calculate speed, and those two things are distance and time. So distance is basically from our start here to our end. How long will, let's say, the cheetah take to finish this 50 meters? So how long will the cheetah run 50 meters? And so like what time is it going to take? Is the cheetah going to take 1 hour? Is it going to take 1 minute? Is it going to take 1 day? And how long is the leopard going to take to cover the same distance? Let's say the cheetah takes 5 minutes just to run in 50 meters, and the leopard takes 20 minutes to run the same distance. You can see that the leopard took longer. So since like 5 minutes compared to 20 minutes, since the cheetah took a shorter time, that means obviously the cheetah is faster than the leopard. So this is what we're trying to calculate today, and what we're trying to answer. That way we can be able to measure other things that were not, if that wouldn't have been possible to measure if we didn't have to put them next to each other. For example, what is faster, an aeroplane flying in the air or a cheetah? You can't take an aeroplane and put it on the ground so that it will race the cheetah, and at the same time you can't make a cheetah fly so that it will race the airplane. So you have to be able to measure the speed of an airplane when it's flying and a cheetah when it's on the ground. So that way you get to see which one's faster. Or in this case, let's dive right into our lesson today. So like I said in the beginning, we said speed is determined by distance and time. So the formula for speed is this. This is to say, when you're given the same distance, or when you're given a distance, how long will it take? So what time does it take for something to cover that distance? So that's basically it. I'll give an example here. We have a walker, that is a person who's walking, and that person would take, let's say the person, this is example number one, the person covers 48 kilometers, the person walks 48 kilometers in 6 hours. How fast is that person going? Well, our formula over here will tell us that to calculate the speed of that person who's walking, you just say I'll call him person A. So person A's speed is 48. That's the distance, kilometers, divided by 6 hours. So which means that the person A is actually traveling at speed, which is 6 divided by 6, 6 divided by 48 is 8. So the person is traveling at 8 kilometers per hour. 8 kilometers per hour is the unit for speed. So in this case, we were given kilometers and we were given hours, and we're dividing kilometers with hours. So this is the distance that our person A is walking at. Let's say we have a different person. Let's call this person B. So person B is walking, or the person B covers, let's say, what can I say? Wait, sorry. 60 kilometers in 6 hours. Or you can see in this scenario that person B is walking a longer distance. 60 kilometers is more than 48 kilometers. However, person B is walking that 60 kilometers in the same time that person A walked their 48 kilometers. So even though person B is traveling a longer distance, is just walking at the same time. So which means that person B is actually walking faster than person A, if you just think about it. To say, imagine, yeah, okay. So I'll just say, imagine person A walked from here to here. This is 48 kilometers, and they took 6 hours. And person B didn't just walk from here to here, but person B also went all the way to here in the same time, that is 60 kilometers. So you can see how person B is actually faster. So in order to calculate person B's speed in this case, we said our formula is distance divided by time. So 60 kilometers divided by 6 hours. In order, 6 divided by 6, 1, 6 divided by 6, 1, 6 divided by 0, 0. So like now it's person B was actually traveling at 10 kilometers per hour. You can see how person A's speed is actually smaller than person B, because person B is traveling faster than person A. So person B has got a bigger speed, or like basically, yeah. So let's do other examples. We'll see our example 2 says that our bus, we have a bus here that is traveling 250 kilometers at 5 hours. So we'll say, what is the speed of the bus? Well, the speed of the bus is this distance, which is 250 kilometers, divided by time. Again, I'll just say distance here divided by time. Speed is equal to distance divided by time, which is equal to this divided by 5 hours. So now if we divide 5 divided by 5, 1. 5 divided by 2, well, that can't, so it's 0. Carry it to 25 divided by 5, sorry. So this was 5 into 2, yeah. So 25 divided by 5 is actually 5. 0 divided by 5 is 50. So now we've got 50 kilometers per hour. When you do 250 divided by 5, you actually get 50 kilometers per hour. So you can see that this bus is traveling at 50 kilometers per hour. So this bus is faster than person A, and it's also faster than our person B, who was traveling at 10 kilometers per hour. Yeah. So the last example that we have here is a jet. So the jet will say the speed of a jet is distance divided by time. This is a D, by the way. Distance divided by time. What is the distance traveled by this jet? This is 10,000 kilometers. Wow, 10,000 kilometers. We'll write 10,000 kilometers here. Divided by what is the time? Well, the time is 10 hours divided by 10 hours. So are you saying this jet just traveled 10,000 kilometers in just 10 hours? Well, the speed of that jet is 10 divided by 10, 1, 10 divided by 10, 1, 10 divided by 0 divided by 10, 0, 0, 0. So you can see how the jet travels at 1,000 kilometers per hour. So you can see that the jet is faster than the bus. The jet is faster than the person who's walking. Person A, the jet is also faster than person B. So that is basically everything about speed. So for your homework, you can get to do this. Which one is the fastest amongst the examples that I just gave you? We've got an ant that's walking at 10 kilometers per hour, a dog that runs 55 kilometers in 5 hours, and a cheetah that sprints 200 kilometers in 5 hours. You have to be able to compare the speeds of all these animals, even though they are all in different places and they are traveling at different speeds, different times. So it's just, this is your homework, and please let me know how it goes. Yeah, thank you.